Rainier III ruled the Principality of Monaco for almost 56 years, making him one of the longest-ruling monarchs of the 20th century. Though he was best known outside of Europe for having married American actress Grace Kelly, he was also responsible for reforms to Monaco's constitution and for expanding the Principality's economy beyond its traditional gambling base. Gambling accounts for only approximately 3% of the nation's annual revenue today. When Rainier ascended the throne in 1949, it accounted for more than 95%. Early life. Rainier was born in Monaco, the only son of Prince Pierre of Monaco, Duke of Valentinois, and his wife, hereditary Princess Charlotte, Duchess of Valentinois. Born in Algeria, his mother was the only child of Prince Louis II and Marie-Juliette Louvet. She was later legitimized through formal adoption and subsequently named heiress presumptive to the throne of Monaco. His father was a half-French, half-Mexican nobleman from Brittany who adopted his wife's surname, Grimaldi, upon marriage and was made a Prince of Monaco by his father-in-law. Rainier had one sibling, Princess Antoinette, Baroness of Massy, an unpopular figure generally believed to be meddlesome enough regarding her children's place in the line of succession to have forced Princess Grace to demand that she leave the country. Rainier was first sent to study at Summerfield's School in St Leonards-on-Sea, England, and later at Stowe, a prestigious English public school in Buckinghamshire. From there, he went to the Institut La Rosey and Roland Gstaad, Switzerland, before continuing to the University of Montpellier in France, where he obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree, and finally to the Institut des Copyright-Études Politiques de Paris in Paris. Rainier's maternal grandfather, Prince Louis II, had been a general in the French army during World War I. During World War II, in contradiction with the very Germanophile position of his grandfather Louis II, Rainier joined lately the Free French Army in September 1944 as an artillery officer. As a second lieutenant, he fought during the German counter-offensive in Alsace. He received the French Croix de Guerre with Bronze Star and was given the rank of Chevalier in the French Legion of Honor. On May 9, 1949, Rainier became the sovereign Prince of Monaco on the death of Prince Louis II, his mother having renounced her rights to the throne in his favor in 1944. In the 1940s and 1950s, the prince openly lived with the French film star Gisèle Pascal. The couple reportedly separated when it was rumored by an aspirant to the throne that a doctor declared her to be infertile, a diagnosis later disproved when she married and had a child. Actions as sovereign prince. After ascending the throne, Rainier worked assiduously to recoup Monaco's luster, which had become tarnished through neglect and scandal. According to numerous obituaries, the prince was faced upon his ascension with a treasury that was practically empty. The holder of 55% of the nation's reserves, the Société Copyright Mona Copyright Gasque de Banques et de Mar Copyright Topra Copyright Sur, was bankrupt. The small nation's traditional gambling clientele, largely European aristocrats, found themselves with reduced funds after World War II. Other gambling centers had opened to compete with Monaco, many of them successfully. To compensate for this loss of income, Rainier decided to promote Monaco as a tax haven, commercial center, real estate development opportunity, and international tourist attraction. The early years of his reign saw the overweening involvement of the Greek shipping tycoon Aristotle Onassis, who took control of the Société Copyright tar Copyright des Bains de Mer and envisioned Monaco as solely a gambling resort. Prince Rainier regained control of the Société Copyright tar Copyright in 1964, effectively ensuring that his vision of Monaco would be implemented. As Prince of Monaco, Rainier was also responsible for the Principality's new constitution in 1962, which significantly reduced the power of the sovereign. The changes ended autocratic rule, placing power with the prince and a national council of 18 elected members. At the time of his death, he was the world's second longest-serving living head of state, ranking just below King Bhumibol Adulyadej of Thailand. Marriage and family. After a year-long courtship described as containing a good deal of rational appraisal on both sides, Prince Rainier married Oscar-winning American actress Grace Kelly in 1956. The ceremonies in Monaco were on 18 April 1956 and 19 April 1956. Their children are, Princess Caroline Louise Marguerite, born January 23, 1957 and now HRH, the Princess of Hanover and heiress presumptive to the throne of Monaco. Albert II, Prince of Monaco, born March 14, 1958, inherited the throne of Monaco. Princess Station copyright Rainier Marie Elizabeth, born February 1, 1965. His wife Grace died in a car crash due to what was initially thought to be a mechanical failure in 1982, but it was later determined that she actually suffered a stroke which caused her rover to go off the hillside. With daughter Stephanie. Circumstantial evidence and rumors have persisted as to the actual cause of the car crash. Rainier then may have been romantically involved with his second cousin, Princess Ira von Fahrenkotter-Rustenberg, a former movie actress turned jewelry designer, who is also a Fiat heiress and the former sister-in-law of fashion designer Diane von Fahrenkotter-Rustenberg. Princess Ira, like him, is a great-grandchild of Lady Mary Victoria Hamilton, the Scottish-German wife of Prince Albert I of Monaco, though by Lady Mary's second marriage. After Grace's death, Rainier refused to remarry. He aged rapidly and smoked 60 cigarettes a day. Illness and death. In the last years of his life, Prince Rainier's health progressively declined. He underwent surgery in late 1999 and 2000, and was hospitalized in November 2002 for a chest infection. He spent 3 weeks in hospital in January 2004 for what was described as general fatigue. In February 2004, he was hospitalized with a coronary lesion and a damaged blood vessel. In October he was again in hospital with a lung infection. In November of that year, Prince Albert appeared on CNN's Larry King Live and told Larry King that his father was fine, though he was suffering from bronchitis. On March 7, 2005, he was again hospitalized with a lung infection. Rainier was moved to the hospital's intensive care unit on March 22. 1 day later, on March 23, it was announced he was on a ventilator, suffering from renal and heart failure. On March 26, the palace reported that despite intensive ongoing efforts to improve the prince's health, he was continuing to deteriorate. However, the following day, he was reported to be conscious, his heart and kidney conditions having stabilized. His prognosis remained very reserved. On March 31, 2005, following consultation with the Crown Council of Monaco, the Palais Princier announced that Rainier's son, hereditary Prince Albert, would take over the duties of his father as regent since Rainier was no longer able to exercise his royal functions. On April 1, 2005, the palace announced that Rainier's doctors believe his chances of recovery were slim. On April 6 it announced that Prince Rainier had died in Monaco at 6:35 a.m. local time at the age of 81. He was succeeded by his only son, who became Prince Albert II. He was buried on April 15, 2005, beside his wife, Princess Grace, at the St. Nicholas Cathedral, the resting place of previous sovereign princes of Monaco and several of their wives, and the place where Prince Rainier and Princess Grace had been married in 1956. Because his death occurred shortly after that of Pope John Paul II, Rainier's death was overshadowed in the media. As a mark of respect, his family did not attend that year's Monaco Grand Prix, a Formula One race. Titles, orders, decorations and medals. Titles, a Monaco. May 9, 1949 April 6, 2005, His Serene Highness Rainier III, Sovereign Prince of Monaco, of France, Colonel in the French Army, Orders, Grand Master of the Order of St. Charles, Grand Master of the Order of the Crown, Grand Master of the Order of Grimaldi, Knight Grand Cross of the Legion of Honor, Knight Grand Cross of Honor and Devotion of the Sovereign Military Order of Malta with Cross of Honorary Professed Member, Collar of Merit of the Sovereign Military Order of Malta, Member of the Pontifical Military Order of the Golden Spurs, Member of the Order of Seraphs, Knight of the Order of the Seraphim, Knight Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Merit of the Italian Republic, Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Redeemer, Knight Grand Cross of the Royal Order of George I Grand Cordon of the Order of Leopold, Knight of the Order of the Gold Lion of the House of Nassau, Knight Grand Cross of the Order of St. James of the Sword, Knight Grand Cross of the Order of Muhammad Ali, Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Carrara Star, Knight. Grand Cross of the Order of José Meixas Delgado, Grand Collar of the Order of Manuel Amador Guerrero, private orders not conferred by a national government, Olympic Order in Gold, Knight Grand Cross of the Equestrian Order of St. Martin, decorations, Croix de Guerre with Bronze Star, Croix de Guerre, War Merit Cross, Lebanese Medal of Merit, Commemorative Medal of the 2500th anniversary of the founding of the Persian Empire, military medals, Cross of the Voluntary Combatant 1939 Euro 1945, Combatant's Cross, 1939 Euro 1945 War Commemorative Medal, non-military medals, Gold Medal of the American Legion, FAR Copyright DAO Copyright Ration Internationale de l'Automobile Gold Medal for Motorsport, Philately. Rainier created a postal museum in 1950 by using the collections of Albert I and Louis II. Since 1996 this museum has been called Musée Copyrighté des Tambers et Monnaies. Creator of the Philatelic Club de Monte Carlo in 1997, he organized with its members some exhibitions of rare and exceptional postage stamps and letters. Throughout his reign, Rainier surveyed all the process of creation of Monaco stamps. He liked stamps printed in intaglio and the art of engravage. Commemorative coin, honoring the prince on his death in 2005, a high-value commemorative coin was minted with his effigy on it, the A10 gold Prince Rainier III commemorative coin, minted also in 2005. On the obverse the effigy of the prince is depicted, while on the reverse the Grimaldi's coat of arms is shown. Ancestry, references. External links, Prince's Palace, Monaco, official website, Cardinal Ratzinger sends condolences to Monaco on Prince Rainier's death, the Monte Carlo Royal Palace a Euro 360° QTVR, Prince Rainier III of Monaco a Euro Daily Telegraph obituary.